Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, and I just want to start off by apologizing for missing the last week. I was supposed to do 2 videos, and I've just gotten very busy very quickly. A lot of stuff going on in my life right now. A lot of exciting things, a lot of things that will make me even more busy than I already am. But I'm very excited for it. So, the first bit of news is that I got my first official adult job. Very excited about that. It is a full-time job, so we're gonna see how this goes. Trying to fit in Sims and uni and streaming and working and living life. I've already tried to figure out a schedule which should hopefully work. But the schedule may be up to changing because I don't work set hours I think it's every month that they get sent out, so my hours could absolutely change. It really depends on what sort of work I'm doing that particular month. Because I can be sent off to do a few different things. Like it's all the same job, but for different aspects of the company, I guess. So yeah, just depending on what they teach me and where they want to put me, will depend on where I work. It looks like afternoon shifts at the moment, but well, at first it's going to be normal 9 to 5 until I get my training, and then once training's done, it looks like it'll be afternoon shifts, but with potential of morning and uh night shifts as well, which I'm more than happy to do, because my other schedules are kind of a bit more free. I mean, uni's probably not, but I'm definitely going to put some time aside for uni. So unfortunately, I may be a little slack with videos in the near future. I was not expecting it to be this soon and this sudden, but yeah, I'm gonna try and keep on top of it. That's for sure. My order of priorities though are work, uni, and then Sims. So that includes streaming and YouTube. So yeah, you might go. I might go back to 1 video a week, which is what I originally started with, until um a later date in which I can get things more manageable and when I have a regular schedule going again. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna be super busy. I'm probably gonna stick with my 3 times a week schedule, just to be more comfortable with myself. And then if I can do more, I can do more, but if I can't, then I won't, which is fine. I don't want to stress myself out too much. I know there are people out there who do full-time work and stream every day. That is not within my capabilities with uni on top of that as well, especially seeing though I'm just starting the work. I've got uni, got a house to help take care of. So, there's a lot going on, and if you can manage all that, and you do, mad props to you. That is not something I can do. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. But do not worry about the A to Z challenge, that is still going ahead. Um, and I will figure out what I'm going to be doing with that later on. Um, but for now, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think I've got that all under control because all the posts are pretty much done. I just have to pre-upload them every month. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. That challenge is still on. If you don't know what the challenge is, it is a challenge where every week we get a new letter and you can either do a build or a cast creation based off of that letter. So currently we're in week B, I think. We're quite close to the front of the challenge. And it doesn't matter if you've missed out on A and this is the first time you're hearing about it. You get to participate in as many or as little challenges as you decide. So if you want to do just the letter Q, then you just do the letter Q. But if you want to do all the letters, then you can do all the letters. That's perfectly fine by me. So the posts are being posted over on Instagram, but I also have Discord to have the posts submitted. Unfortunately, Instagram ate some of the posts last year, and I could not find them, and it was very difficult. Whereas with this, you send them directly to me, and I don't need to worry about if they're lost or not because I can see them straight away. So that's why we're doing it over on Discord. But if you need somewhere else to send them to me, please send me a message or comment down below, and I will try to make sure I keep on top of that. Just because I don't want anyone to miss out on the challenge if they don't have access, like, I don't know, Instagram or Discord or whatever. So yeah, if you don't have access to those things, definitely leave a message down below, a comment, and I will, like, especially if you leave your gallery ID, I will go looking for your gallery ID if it's within the correct time period, I guess. So yeah, I'll definitely go look for that. So just to let you know, the date or the time when the week changes over is Saturday 10 a.m. at Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you are unsure of, like, oh, am I in time or am I not, just have a look at that and it'll tell you whether or not you are in time, I guess. And that's the time period. It changes every week except for December, which is W, X, Y, and Z. And those four letters are due basically anytime in December and January. I kind of extended over into January because I understand people have busy lives and need a break. So yeah, I extend those four letters over into January because they're difficult letters. They're really hard to think of. Gives you a bit more time to think about them. You've got 2 months to do four letters, which is it's about 2 weeks to do each letter instead of one. So if you want to, yeah, absolutely. But like I said before, you don't have to do every single week. Um, and yeah, we will definitely have a look at those in February again. I think it's a really fun challenge. I've run it publicly once, but I've done it myself twice, and it's very challenging, especially if you want to do something different to everyone else, or if you want to do something different to what you've previously done. Um, because at the moment I'm thinking about starting really, really early for February. I do it in 26 days in February. I'm thinking of starting really, really early for that so that I can really keep ahead and make some detailed builds. Um, and I'm doing mine with CC, so it is a no CC challenge just because I want to make it as fair as possible to those who can't or won't use CC. Um, and yeah, like I'm not gonna limit like tool mod and things like that. Um, but yeah, if you are a console player, I don't want to make it impossible for you to win. And it's not about winning though. It's about having fun. I'm thinking next year when I run it, I might not have um like maybe not have competition at a competition. It's just like something you enter. But I don't know. I'm tossing up that idea. Yeah, if you're interested, definitely head over to my Instagram for some more details. Or if you're unsure and you don't have Instagram or Discord, definitely message me or like comment down below and I will get back to you with all the information that I can, sorry. And yeah, like that's pretty much it for that challenge. So yeah, like I said, we're in week B, and don't worry about this new job interfering with that because it's all kind of pre-set up in the background. It's something that I basically once a month will go in and prepare for the next month. So I've done all of July's posts. And I think either this week or next week I'll go and try and do all of August's. I get limited to only being able to do 4 weeks ahead, so I think I'll do it next week. Um, and yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty easy, and that means if I get a little distracted during August, I've got 4 weeks to try and make sure I get these posts done. And yeah, it's all good. So don't worry about like missing out um on that challenge because yeah, it will happen, don't you worry. And yeah, I'm very, very excited and keen to keep that challenge going. But yeah, this build is actually finished though. Now that we're done talking about the challenge, this build, yes. I did finally finish it, and I went through and did all the cluttering. I did a lot of that off camera because it took me forever. I did some of it over on stream the other day, and I also started on another shell challenge by Fresh Pick. So if you don't know Fresh Pick, he is a wonderful Aussie Twitch streamer. Um, Fantastic at building, absolutely fantastic. And he has a shell out for reaching 1K followers over on Twitch. And he said he was going to make it easy, and he lied. It's so difficult. It's so hard, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I really, really want to kind of surprise Fred and make it look really cool and really fun. But at the moment, I am currently struggling a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. Um, but yeah, like I said, I do stream over on Twitch. We are, I think, currently one follow away from 100 followers, which I think is pretty exciting. I mean, I know I just said like Freshie has 1,000 followers, but I couldn't imagine 1,000 people. That is insane. But even the fact that 100 people have said that they want to see what I'm doing, it's kind of really, really exciting and refreshing. And I've thoroughly enjoyed sharing my building process online instead of just building on my own. I mean, sometimes I absolutely love to build on my own, but it's been really rewarding to share it. I don't know, there's just something different about building with people rather than building all on my own, and I had a lot of fun with that. I'm hoping to keep that schedule going and keep streaming. I might have to change some of my stream days just because of work now. Um, because I have the potential of working on Saturday, which isn't terrible. I don't actually mind working on weekends, but it just means adjusting my stream schedule, which is, again, it's fine. Um, but we'll figure it out once we actually get to that point. Um, yeah, I yeah, that's pretty much it about Twitch. I was just saying that I did finish this build over on Twitch. It's not uploaded to the gallery yet. I don't know if I will, just because I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to. Like, if I upload it, it's got CC, and I don't know how to make sure people who want to play it who use CC. Like, I just don't know how that stuff works. Um, I'll probably upload it to the gallery, but I'm just a little concerned about uploading it to the gallery if it's got CC. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below if you are a CC person or if you know how this stuff works or what you recommend. I'm definitely taking on advice because I have no idea what I'm doing. Um, yeah, for now, we are just going to basically finish furnishing the villas and then we move to the kitchen. So the kitchen I had so much problems with, but I will tell you about that when we get to the kitchen. But for now, the upstairs of the villa is pretty much done. I don't think I really do much on camera. Uh, other Actually, I don't think I do anything. Um I do clutter a little bit this particular one we're working in now just because I wanted to make one look like it was lived in, but I do that off camera. I usually don't like doing things off camera, but this video is already 32-ish minutes long, so I didn't want to make it longer and I didn't want to turn it into another section and another part where it's just like so much content, and I don't like splitting videos into sections anyway. But with the rate and the way I'm building, I'm probably gonna have a lot of videos where it is broken down into sections like this. Um, which I'm not a huge fan of, I'm not gonna lie. I'd really rather just do it in one video. But then yeah, the builds aren't as cohesive or well designed or detailed. So yeah, unfortunately we're gonna have to go with super detailed builds, which I could make it easier if I did it in smaller builds, but I just I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling small builds at the moment. I really do like tackling these large builds. Um, and yeah, I'm not mad. Like the last large build I did took me 25 hours and 52 minutes or something. I haven't calculated this one at all. I could not even begin to tell you how long it took me. But yeah, I find it really enjoyable. I think having all this detail just makes it look better and feel better. Whereas, yeah, smaller builds take less time, less detail, not as great, and I'm really into big builds as well, like I said before. So like to me, there's no point of doing small builds because I'm just not interested in them. Um, yes, the builds coming out in the future might be a bit small just because I kind of have to. Um, oh, I'm so sorry. I got distracted just then for a second because my cat is asleep on the desk beside me and she keeps stretching and then covering her face. That's the weirdest little thing ever. She's so adorable. I have purposely not turned the lights on in here, even though it's starting to get dark, because I know it'll bother her, and I know that she wants to sleep right now. I'm recording this in the semi-dark, just so she can sleep. I really, really wish I could have a kitty cam, um, in my streams. It's one thing I've been talking about recently. I don't exactly have the best quality camera, and I don't exactly have what to put it either. It's not even my camera. So Onion, my housemate, we share an office. He's let me borrow his camera for a video, actually for the interview for the job I just got. Um, and yeah, it's like it's a potato. It's absolutely a potato. So I definitely want to get a camera that's good quality to be able to record her, but I also don't want to have the camera just about recording anything really, because she doesn't always sleep on my desk. Sometimes she sleeps on the floor, and I don't want to have to adjust the camera, but it's also I share this office, so I would have to have a discussion with Onion to make sure that he's okay with having a camera in here because yeah, unfortunately it's not really this is not a communal space. Oh sorry, it is a communal space. And that's what my issue is. Um but anyway, that's a completely off topic rant. One shout out I would like to give in this build is to oh my goodness, I have to remember his name now. This is terrible. I'm usually really good with remembering names. Um oh come on. Twisted Maxi, there you go. I just had to look up his name for a second there. Twisted Maxi for Tool Mod because I would not have been able to do this with that. I believe it's a him from the recordings. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But yeah, without Tool, I would not have been able to do this build because I tooled so many different things and just copied and pasted things over as well and just, yeah, used Tool to sort of fix everything up. I'm so glad I did because, like, look how. I mean, obviously you can't see right now, but I do end up copying over a bunch of furniture. It's great. It's brilliant. I just pick it up and I'll drop it all down. Actually, I think that's all stuff I do off camera. Look, I'm just saying, Tool is my savior. And being able to copy and paste rooms, I mean, I know that's not Tool and that's just like a part of the game, but it's been life saving. It's been absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad that I could do it because without this, like, I think I would have given up on this build a long time ago. Eventually we will also get around to I don't even know what I was just trying to say there. Eventually we will get around to doing the private school. So I did the boarding house as my last CC build. That was the really big one that took nearly 26 hours. And I want to do like the private schools, like the classrooms and things like that, with it. I want to do that next, but I first of all need to find some inspo photos, and yeah, just work on that for a little bit in the background as well. But eventually I will get onto that because I'm very, very excited to do that one. I recently got some more DC that is high school based. I'm very, very keen to get onto that. But now that we've moved on to the kitchen, let me tell you. So what you see now, like I've clearly gone ahead and done stuff before. Like I've done something. But I got very overwhelmed and I ended up hating it, and it was too dark and I just was not happy with it. So I ended up Googling a bunch of different photos. I had about 3 or 4, and I took inspiration, like different inspiration from each one. And that's kind of how we end up with what we've got going on now. So at the moment we are just picking some different floor tiles, so that I can end up picking. Actually, no, I've already picked the wallpaper. Yeah, I really wanted to have a dark and moody kitchen. I don't know why, because the rest of this place is so light and airy. But this is the one place where it's really dark. So yeah, I created this dark room space area thing. Um and I really, really I'm mostly happy with how it turned out. There was one little bit that I wasn't too happy with, and that's like just the main bit of the kitchen, and I feel like the clutter, if I had done that better, I would have been happier. But I ran out of steam and I just wanted to have it done. So that was yesterday, and I could have absolutely worked on it a bit more, but I'm pretty satisfied with how this bit of the kitchen turned out. The rest of it I really, really enjoyed. So there's like a little wine room, which is okay, a little pantry area, which I like, and a little manager's office. And one thing that actually Fresh Pick, who I mentioned earlier, he asked when we were on stream, he was like, how do you check in here? There's no place to check in. And I went into this build fully knowing that. Like I absolutely knew there was no check-in space. And I was like, well, you just you just do. And he suggested actually that maybe it's the type of place where they come to your car and they get your bags and you're already pre-checked in sort of thing, and they just know. And so I just was like, yeah, absolutely, that's totally what I meant to say. Um so yeah, that's the check-in process. Um so yeah, if you want to stay here, definitely let me know and we'll see if we have any bookings. Currently we're booked out to 2027. But yeah, if you want to stay, we've got some bookings after that. Um, I'm definitely staying here first by myself. No other people staying here because I want to test it out and make sure it's all good and nice. Um, no, I think a place like this would be really cool. This build is actually based off of a real life place, so it is a resort in Utah, I believe. I think I closed the inspo photo, so I could not tell you for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's in Utah. And it's a picture from the outside that I took the inspiration from. So if you're kind of looking um with the villas at the back and the restaurant to the left, that's kind of the angle that I was looking at for the inspo photo. Um I think I just looked up luxury desert resort or something like that. And it's one of the ones where there's a picture of a pool and it's got a giant rock in it. Um, that was my inspo photo. So yeah, it's I probably could visit that place in real life if I really wanted to see what this place was like, but I have no idea what the actual inside of the villa looks like. I did try and look up the restaurant to see if I could see the kitchens, and I couldn't. So yeah, I don't really know what it looks like on the inside, especially in the kitchen area. But yeah, I ended up kind of inventing it myself, and I'm happy-ish, I guess. It's good enough for me, with how it turned out. I think I probably could have made the kitchen way smaller, but I'm glad I didn't. I feel like it makes sense to be this big. So the kitchen area on the far right that I placed down first, that is a like the dining section, so like all the main dishes and things like that. And then the kitchen bit in the middle, like the cooking area in the middle, is sort of the baking and the breakfast and the fruit and cheese stuff. Um, so yeah, if you have any um desserts that you want to get or whatever, that would all come from that bit there. And then this little bit at the end here is um I don't know what you call it, a dishwashing area, like a yeah, no, the words disappeared from my mind. But yeah, where all the dishes get washed and whatnot. Apologies for that jumbling over my words there. Um, yeah, that's where the dishes get washed on the left there, and then eventually I come back and create a pantry, which I don't think I furnish on stream either. I think I might have already made it. I'm not entirely sure. But it is on the opposite wall to where the ovens are, so they're facing the opposite direction. Where I ended up putting the fridges before. Um, yeah, on. Nope, okay. I'm darting around too much to be able to try and tell you. I did want to try and make this, like, the kitchen bit longer so that I could take up more space, but it would have been way too long and way too big for my liking, so I did not. But I did add these, um, it's just basically a big long bench, and like when the chef is done cooking it up, the chef puts it on that table, and then the waiters would come take it from that table and from the bench and take it to the correct tables. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to this kitchen. I'm glad that I got rid of those half walls from the in between the counters. Because originally I did have half walls there, but knowing Sims and how it works, having half walls there is the worst idea ever because they just use it for clutter. Um, like putting dishes and things like that. But the half wall in between the um ovens, I guess, I put some clutter on top of that, so people Sims will not put junk on top of that, thankfully. Um, yeah, we're getting kind of close to the end. And basically, like the rest of it, I do all off camera, off screen, or over on Twitch, and just didn't include it here. So if you want to see how I clutter and how I do this in real life, or if you want input, like to give me input into my building or ideas or things like that, absolutely check out my Twitch. I believe it's linked down below. And if you want to take part in the A to Z challenge, that is also my Instagram and my Discord are both, well, they should be linked down below. Um, yeah, if you want to get involved in that sort of stuff, definitely check out the links down in the description or on my channel page. Um, I believe all of my social stuff links to all of my social stuff. So if you're on one, it should link to all the others. Um, and yeah, if you want to leave your feedback on this build down below, I'd absolutely appreciate any thoughts, comments, feelings, feedback. If you guys know how I can figure out um, how to put CC, like to tell you guys what CC has been used, that would be super handy because I really want to include all the CC I've used down in the comments. Oh, not in the comments, in the description down below, so you guys can like so I can link to it and things like that. I know what CC I have, I just don't know what CC I've used. So yeah, if anyone knows how to figure that out, I'd be greatly appreciated if you could include that down below in the comments. But if down below in the description I've already got that details, safe to assume I've already figured it out. Yeah, we are pretty much done with this build. I think I just go around and do a few more random little bits and bobs around until I kind of not give up until I run out of steam for this bit of the build. Yeah, hopefully this should be up on the gallery if I feel confident enough to put it on the gallery. With all the clutter and stuff around, and hopefully I can figure out how to put what CC I used. If you want to download this, you know what CC to download, and I will link to it all so you can find it, so I don't have to, like, you don't have to go find it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I still have a whole minute left to do, and oh yeah, here's the bench I was talking about. So like when the chef's done, the chef will come and put the dishes on that bench there. I do move the food down a bit because I do end up having like a little bakery section as well. Um, and yeah, I think we're about to finish up now because I don't remember doing much more on stream. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much, especially if you've made it this far. I think I had to stop streaming because my computer crashed, if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway, thank you so much for making it this far. Definitely leave comments down below on all the things I mentioned earlier. And hopefully I will catch you guys in the next one, whenever that will be, which I'm not too sure, but hopefully I'll still have a regular schedule. But until then, bye guys.